Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be telling you guys the entire Fortnite season storyline from season 1 to season 5, or the end of season 5, getting ready for season 6. If any future storyline videos do get made like this, they will be linked at the end of this video and down below. Don't forget to enter my giveaway, which is down below. Anyway, let's get straight into this. So during season 3 is when the storyline actually begun, and as you can see on screen right now, the first thing that we saw was the meteorite light in the sky. Nice little screenshot there from me. Then the second thing we actually saw, it was the meteorites like signals starting to appear at Tilted Towers. So during this moment, people were like coming up with theories saying Tilted Towers is going to get destroyed and stuff like that. So that's the start of the storyline there. Next up, we actually got meteorites falling down like little stars, hitting the actual Fortnite Earth itself and causing them just to disappear in the atmosphere. And then some started to leak through. So we actually got a leak through of a few of them, which was absolutely insane. And then during the end of season 3, the release of season 4, we saw the trailer for season 4 where the meteorites actually hit Fortnite itself, and it was absolutely insane. One actually landed at Dusty, one landed somewhere else on the map, and they caused many craters all around the map that you guys know you could get hot rocks at from tons of different locations. There was one in Tilted, one at Risky, one outside Pleasant. There were absolute tons of them. So once that happened, the major meteorite actually hit at Dusty Divot, which over time during season 4 developed into kind of an abandoned outpost as we know it today, and it may even get wiped by season 6. So after all that happened, and all that long story happened for season 4 with all the hype with the meteorite, we actually had season 5. Now during season 5 we had some big events as well. These are actually the screenshots. The first event we had was the screenshot of a film in Moisty Mire with a meteorite hitting. Then the second screenshot we had was the actual Omega himself breaking out of prison, but all this was only speculation for the film itself, because in the next screenshot you can see them here in the layer. Again, filming the film. This was all for the film from what we know. They're actually filming the idea of Omega escaping and the heroes being called in. So that's what you can see in that screenshot there. It's all a movie this. The next screenshot we see is the movie where Omega is at his base with his troops forming an army, which was absolutely awesome. And then on week 5 we actually see the team all fighting, a little bit like the actual Avengers screenshot that we saw for the film, them all battling each other out, which was really cool. And then by week 6 we can see them, once they've finished filming, they're all there chilling together. You've got Omega and Valor there and all the troops there chilling. But the interesting thing was, while this was all going on, we had the government extracting this meteorite in Dusty Divot. Now this meteorite itself was the storyline, and somehow they actually supplied the rocket with hot rocks, which caused this person, the Blockbuster skin, the Visitor, to actually cause a rocket launch in Fortnite Battle Royale. With the Visitor having secret plans either with the government or without the government, he actually managed to get the hot rocks supplied to the rocket to actually cause it to launch, and that's what caused season 4's ending and caused season 5, which was absolutely amazing. And to me, that is what made season 4 my favorite storyline season. We were all distracted by the movie with Omega and Carbide, and suddenly the Blockbuster calls in his super units, or whatever he used, his powers, whatever he has outside of the world. He managed to somehow get hot rocks delivered to that rocket while being stuck in the meteorite and escape the Fortnite map. And this is what happened, the event. As you can see on screen right now, this is the rocket event. Don't know if you guys have already seen this or not, but it's an awesome event and was probably one of the best in-game events that we've had in Fortnite Battle Royale so far. We also had the cube event, but the rocket event itself was all hyped up by Fortnite themselves, whereas the cube event didn't have much hype behind it. It was kind of an event kind of given to us by leakers rather than Fortnite themselves. There was no kind of like speculation about it or anything like that, only from leaks, whereas the rocket event, Fortnite hinted that really strongly, so that was really cool. Anyway, moving on, the next event we saw in Fortnite was the actual sky. Now they actually set a timer on the sky to keep expanding and expanding, linking to season 5, which was absolutely amazing. To me, that was probably one of the best in-game events that we actually had over time, because this sky took all the way from the end of season 4 to the end of season 5 to actually open up and see what happens. Anyway, let's keep following through. We actually saw the Durburger in real life within the California desert. That was absolutely awesome. So many people turned up to that, and this was the pre-season of season 5 where things started to get really hyped for season 5 with the real life events. Not only that was happening, Fortnite also used a huge advertisement type thing with the llamas in public in London and Paris and several other locations around the world. It was insane because loads of people went and visited these llamas, and they were pretty cool to see them around the entire world. Anyway, once that event happened, everyone was thinking, what on earth is going to happen now for Season 5? We've got this huge crack in the sky, everyone was so confused, no one really knew, but then Fortnite brought out the trailer for Season 5, basically an hour before Season 5 was introduced, and in this trailer, you see Drift himself at the Burger, spray painting it in the California desert. This also allowed us to introduce the ATK into Fortnite Battle Royale, so that's where that came from, through this desert, and that's what made the map changes with that. So we had that happening, and then suddenly, Drift was boom, teleported into the Fortnite Battle Royale world. Worlds collide, obviously the trailer was called that, from Earth to Fortnite, so everything got mixed together from the California desert and several other locations. We started to see things disappearing in Fortnite as well. We saw the tomato head and stuff like that disappeared in pre-season, and as this was going on, we saw the actual Burger in the real world and then come back from the real world into Fortnite Battle Royale during Season 5. So that was the storyline there with the objects. It wasn't too much of a storyline, it was kind of just affecting the actual environment rather than following characters. But as Season 5 started up, we actually had the week 1 loading screen, which was Drift on an adventure with Bright Bomber. And there was a lot of theories out there that Drift and Bright Bomber were dating. We're not 100% sure on that, but that was the first screenshot. Then on week 2, we had Drift himself with Bright Bomber again, going through Lazy Links, the brand new location which was introduced in Season 5. Then again, Drift goes to the new location in Paradise Palms, having a fun time, and the storyline on the screenshots, to me, wasn't as good as Season 4, but it was still pretty cool to see this happening. And then again, they travel to Paradise Palms to a pool party, have a chill time there, and they simply just travel around the entire map for a bunch of seasons with not much going on. It was really just them exploring the map, with Drift basically exploring Fortnite, apart from his suit was evolving over time, which was interesting. So as his suit fully evolved, you can see here, he takes his mask off and is watching an event which is held at Risky, which happened to be nothing to do with the storyline, so I'm not too sure what was going on with that. But anyway, it was a cool event to watch. And then suddenly, week 7, we saw the road trip skin appear, which we're not too sure exactly what part he played in the storyline yet, but he did appear through a portal, which was interesting. Maybe he just came from the real world. And then Tomato Town returned as a temple, which was cool. The head himself was back. So we keep going through, and then suddenly, as it went through, one day, completely randomly, we got lightning from the sky, which started striking down just outside Paradise Palms on these cactuses. And this lightning was the actual crack in the sky. So finally, the crack completely disappeared and started pouring lightning out of it. And then suddenly, we see these huge beams and stuff. So something's happening with the crack in the sky. And then finally, on the final lightning stage, we get the cube as we know it today. Now, the cube obviously disappears eventually, but let's not spoil it straight away for you guys. Let's keep going through. So there's the cactus marks there. We see it straight down, straight on them marks. It's actually starting to summon in the cube into Fortnite Battle Royale. So it starts lightninging down super fast, and then boom, we get the cube spawn up. Now, the cube was a major part in Season 5. This cube had huge impact on the future of Fortnite. So obviously, the screenshots for the week 9 and week 10 were to follow this. Now, this was interesting because the week 9 screenshot was giving us the actual Drift skin holding a cube without his armor. His armor's completely disappeared, which was interesting. So that was pretty cool. And then the week 10, or the secret screenshot, whatever you want to call it, when you get from completing all the secret Battlestar challenges and stuff like that, we actually have Bright Bomber touching the cube and seeing the dark Bright Bomber skin inside of there. And then we had the cube roll around the entire map. And yeah, it went all the way from Paradise, all the way around in a big shape, all the way to Loot Lake, through Tilted Towers, and ended up at Loot Lake. We also had, while that was going on, the brand new Tilted Towers building being built, and Dusty Divot got destroyed in Season 4, so they decided to rebuild it as a memorial and have a lot of stuff in there like a museum type thing. Then we had the amazing, the one and only, the Cube event. This, to me, was one of my favourite events in Fortnite. This has to be on par with the Rocket event. It wasn't much hype around it, but when we did the live stream, we had over 4,000 people watching this, and it was insane. The cube went to Loot Lake, touched the lake, started to melt like a sugar cube, or dissolve should I say, and it basically completely disappeared into the lake, causing a bouncy lake, or a bouncy castle as I like to call it. It's really awesome, and this was the end of the Season 5 storyline so far, where we're up to. Now, we don't actually have anything else to continue with this storyline video right now. That is everything we have. But as we start to gain Season 6 information and stuff like that, do expect me to link them videos on screen for you guys. It's been an absolutely amazing season, this one, Season 5, and all the previous seasons. Fortnite has had an amazing storyline. It's been very complicated, so that's why I wanted to bring this video out for you guys. And there we have it. The lake becomes super bouncy and everybody starts springing about. It's really awesome. And we actually tried stopping the cube from shrinking or disappearing using the actual Porter Fortress, but it didn't work out. But yeah, if you haven't already, do go and enter my giveaway down below. If you are new to the channel, do stick around for daily Fortnite content. I've tried my best to do this video as quickly as possible, but it has been super difficult to cover these like Season 3 all the way to Season 5 in one video. Season 1 and 2 didn't have much storyline to them, unfortunately. It was just as Fortnite was starting to get big, and obviously as Fortnite started to get bigger and bigger, they actually started to introduce a storyline into it, and Season 1 and 2 were just basically them building up Fortnite as a game, as a community, and working out exactly where they can go with it in the future. And that's where we are today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, do remember, hit that subscribe button. It would be awesome if you guys could stay around for live streams and future Fortnite content. I will be covering the entire Season 6 storyline for you guys. I will definitely be updating this video closer to the date of the actual end of Season 6, so we can have from Season 1 to Season 6 storyline. I'll just keep doing that every single season for you guys, covering the Fortnite storyline and just basically combining the videos together, and obviously put timestamps down below if you guys want to skip to different points. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, this is Postbox Pat, signing out.